Yo, what's good? What's good? NBA YouTube. It's your man, 100 Grand Ross with The Rock Never Stops, coming to you with another episode of NBA content. Today is officially the day where it's time for Portland to part ways with Damian Lillard. We're going to get into this today in this video. Um, Smash the like button if you like the video, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Let me be clear. What's going on with Portland Trailblazers is not Damian Lillard's fault. But the reality is he's also not going to be the one to turn this around. It's not happening. It's not necessarily Chauncey Billups' fault. This roster has been constructed for a while in a way that we've all said, I don't know if this can really work. And time has shown us that it's only going to get you so far. Now, don't let me discount getting to the playoffs every single year for what, 6, 7 years in a row is something beautiful. I mean, it's dope. It's what a lot of middling teams would love to experience. Sacramento Kings, Minnesota Timberwolves, right? These teams would love a 6, 7 year span of making the playoffs, even a conference finals game series in the playoffs, right? But the reality is this team is trending in the wrong direction. They're not taking steps forward, they're actually taking steps backwards. And whether we like the construction of the roster or not, and saying, hey, we need to get this guy or that guy, in the starting lineup or off the bench. Me personally, I would have brought Norman Powell off the bench, started Nasir Little. But either way, this team is not moving forward. And so you have to ask yourself, is Dame gonna stay another year or two? But let's say even this. Even if he does stay, where is this roster going? Let's say he stays to the end of his career. Where is this roster going? Where is this team going? Are you going to get what you need from CJ McCollum, trading him to somebody? I don't see that. I don't see anybody giving up what you need in order to take that next step forward. I don't see it. I don't see a team out there that's got the pieces that Portland needs. And there's really only one player out there who has the game changing, franchise altering ability to turn things around. And that's one Mr. Ben Simmons, the 6'10" point guard who could defend five positions and creates more open shots than any other player in the NBA. Ben Simmons can come in here. Let me be clear. Ben Simmons can come in here and completely transform the Portland Trailblazers. He can be this defender that they've been needing in order to change around how teams even have to game plan for them. Like, people have to understand Ben Simmons is first team all defense, runner up defensive player of the year, multiple time all star. And at 25, 26 years old, still has his best years ahead of him. And when you got guys like CJ McCollum and Norman Powell having to create nonstop for everyone, it would be a beautiful thing to have somebody who can take the ball out their hands and get them wide open jump shots. And nobody does that better than Ben Simmons. But then on the flip side, you got to look from Philadelphia's perspective. Ben Simmons is giving them nothing right now, nothing, and they're a playoff team, but they're not a contender. They're not a team that you look at and say in a series against anybody, I'll favor them. You don't have that. And so right now, if you were to add Damian Lillard to the Philadelphia 76ers roster, I think Seth Curry goes to the bench, comes off the bench with Danny Green and Shake Milton. And they have an explosive scoring backcourt coming off the bench, along with a superstar starting point guard who has the gravity and the pull to make things easy on a one Mr. Joel Embiid. And if there's one thing you want to do for Joel Embiid is make things easy. He's not a big man that you're going to be able to say is going to give you 6, 7 more years of his career. I think Joel Embiid has maybe 3 to 4, 2 more maybe at this level. And so you need somebody who can extend his career already, I know. But he's had so many injuries and he's almost got that like Shaq syndrome where he'd rather be strong and out of shape and be the bully than be in great shape, but maybe be just as strong as a few other people. And so when we look at this, we got to say, what are we really walking into the playoffs with if you're Philadelphia? If you have any chance at all to get Damian Lillard, you have to do it. You have to do it because that pick and roll, flat out, flat out, says you're going to be able to hang with, if not beat anybody in a playoff series. Anybody. Nobody's stopping that. Nobody is stopping Damian Lillard and Joel Embiid in a pick and roll. It's going to be just as unstoppable as you might look at a LeBron James and Anthony Davis. There's nothing you can do with it. It's going to dice you up every single time. It's going to create a mismatch. It's going to create an open look for somebody every single time. And so right now, when you look at this team, you got to be thinking, yo, Portland, it's time. It's time. Make the move. Make the move because the reality, sad reality is you're not going to get anybody better for Dame. And you're not going to get anybody who's going to be able to change around this season or next season or the season after. This team is trending in the wrong direction when you're looking at Portland. And even Philadelphia right now, as good as they are, and Doc Rivers has them playing as good as they're going to be able to play, they're not a contender. And that's what Philadelphia was supposed to be, a contender, an NBA championship contending team. And the way they just beat the Golden State Warriors at home, it tells you they're right there. They're not far away. They've got a player in a Joel Embiid who down the stretch can pull games out. But I don't see him doing it for a 7-game series. And I don't know if he'll be able to do it against a team like the Cavs, who got 3 7-footers who play defense. I don't know if he'll be able to do it against the Milwaukee Bucks, Miami Heat, even Chicago Bulls. I don't know. And so you have to be thinking he needs another star, another superstar level player, one who's not going to shrink in the playoffs, one who's going to be able to carry you for games. And that's Damian Lillard. So this trade needs to happen ASAP. ASAP. If Portland wants to save this season, they need to go ahead and do it. If Philly wants to save this season, they need to go ahead and do it. It's nobody else. You do want DeJounte Murray? Really? From the San Antonio Spurs? DeJounte Murray? Is he going to change around a playoff series? I don't know. Great defender. Can he score in the playoffs? You don't know. So, with that, if you like the video, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'm going to holla at y'all till next time.